Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're on day 35, look alive. Today we're going to be going over how to hold your guitar properly. Now, some of you might know this already and some of you don't. Some of you are just starting out, so we're going to go ahead and start with this because we want to even improve your posture even if you've been playing for a very long time. Because like that's the thing on there, if you're sitting here like slunched over or something like that, your back is going to suffer and all that kind of stuff. So like you want to make sure you're holding your guitar proper. Here's a couple things, quick tips for this video that I'm going to go over this week. Number one, we're going to go ahead and figure out the best way to hold a guitar while sitting and standing. I don't happen to have a strap for this, but I can kind of just tell you some ideas at least. Proper wrist and hand position for better fretting and things as well, because we're going to go over a couple different positions on how to hold that and get better posture and stuff. And common mistakes that can cause tension and discomfort. So, a couple things on here. Holding a guitar. So, you got an acoustic, you got an electric, you got a right hand, you got a left hand. Depending on which guitar that you choose is going to probably tell you a lot about your positioning on there. Me, I got this beautiful Epiphone Starling guitar, quite reflective guitar because we shined her up in a couple videos ago. And it's a Dreadnought acoustic. So, if you're starting out with an acoustic like me, like normally what I do, let me see if I can move back just a little bit. I got it just kind of like the brace right here. This little curve just sits right on top of one knee, and I kind of hold it to the side with my back up straight to play like this. Now, some of us, like maybe we're classically trained guitarists. That's okay because classical guitarists are trained differently how to hold the guitar. Normally what you do is take the butt of the guitar down here, and you put it right between your legs like this. And then you go ahead and you put that little brace right here on the other side of your leg so that you can play like this, and you can move this fretting hand a little bit easier, and you can hold the guitar down with your forearm down here as well, which that's okay because that allows you to go ahead and move through this with finger picking a lot easier. And so those are the two main positions that you can hold your guitar in for starters. But there's a couple things I want to talk about because holding a guitar, like me, I'm guilty of this too. You'll see me sitting here playing for hours and hours and hours. My wife tells me this. She's like, you just hunched over. And so if you hunch over your curvature of your back, that takes its toll after time. So you want to make sure to go ahead and sit up, and you want to go ahead and just kind of string along from sitting up like that, because basically you'll feel better. You'll thank yourself in a long time, especially for those of us who are getting older in our years. No offense to anybody out there, but the posture is a big thing, to be honest, on this. So take breaks is a big thing on there too, because like if you're sitting here, even if you're in proper posture, play guitar, and you play for a couple hours, that can even take a toll on like mental and physical conditions, I think, and there's nothing wrong with guitar, but it can still take its toll. So just take her easy on yourself. Now, a couple things I was talking about on here, sitting and standing. I don't happen to have a strap. So what I do is I'm just going to hold this alongside of me. I'm going to back this up a little bit. I'm going to pretend I'm standing up for just a moment. Got the shorts on today. So like normally I put it right about chest or stomach level like this so I can play along. Some players feel more comfortable like up top like this because it gives them more wrist action. And there's some metal performers that perform down here because palm muting is a big thing too. And so when you're standing, my tip for you is to go ahead and basically adjust the strap that you use on your guitar for one of those three positions. Doesn't matter if you're right-handed or left-handed, because those three positions are going to basically get you the technique that you want to do on there. Like if you're a metal player and you're just like chunking away on power chords all day, like you're not going to have much wrist action going on, so that's why they can get away with wearing the guitar lower like that. If you're a standard average player and you're just learning for the first time, like I say, this part of the guitar right here should be about right under chest so that you can get good access to strum and stuff like that. And you should go ahead and do it comfortable, because like there's some straps out there that have padding right here. Because like me, I'm always sitting here, like I play till it gets really, really hot in the room in the afternoon. And like, to be honest, not to be gross, but I sweat on my guitar sometimes. And so if that's the case, those paddings on the straps that you get Those will, number one, protect any scratch or finish issues on your guitar and stuff. And number two, it'll just be more comfortable for you. So invest into your straps wisely. Most times, an acoustic guitar already comes with a little strap hook down here. And you can have one installed. This guitar does not, well, yeah, it does. Actually, I lied. This little guitar does have another strap hook right here. It's already installed for me. You can have it installed on different positions if you want to go ahead and take it into a shop. I would recommend take this into a shop. Don't do it yourself if you don't know how to do this, because you mess up the finish on your guitar, you mess up your guitar, and some people say it sounds different. That's just, I don't know, but I just would be scared to drill a hole in my guitar if I didn't know what I was doing on there. So have it installed professionally is my advice to you. Now, proper wrist and hand position for better fretting. That's on the list today as well. So when you're sitting in here, I commonly play like this. And so if I'm playing like through something I'm working on like right now. See right there, my hand position is in what's called a rock position for these chords. And so that means this little thumb right up here is wrapped around the back of the neck like this. Number one, that has a benefit of muting the low E string on there for you. Because like if you have a C major chord, like we talked about several videos back now, you play this, when you play this up here, that's muted. Hear that sound? That's muted right there. So that's a good thing because C major does not technically have a low E. See how it sounds weird right there? That sounds better. So you want to make sure to play the right notes, which that position allows you. I call it a rock position. There's probably some other technical name for it out there, but I call it a rock position to mute that string right up here. Now the other way to do this, to hold the guitar, is the way I was taught at least, is to hold it in a classical position. So all of you all out there that are struggling with bar chords, this is for you. So let's see G major bar chords. I'm going to get in G major bar chord position. If you didn't learn your bar chords yet, or you want to learn your bar chords, we got a video for that a couple videos back or so as well if you go through the playlist. But anyways, you'll see on the back of the neck, if I turn about like this, see how I got like the big fat part of my thumb right there, right on the back of the center of the neck. What that allows me to do is get this bar finger a little bit easier in the position. And if you're focusing on bar chords anyways, one pro tip that I learned is to go ahead and get your finger on the middle strings first. So that'd be like your A, your D, your G, and your B. The reason being is because the other strings are a little bit easier to push on the outside, so you get that nice fluid tone. If you happen to do it in rock position, number one, well, let's try this. See, it just doesn't sound right, because like you're muting some strings along the way, and it's really uncomfortable, to be honest. I've never tried that before in bar position, but this is how a bar chord should be played. So there's two ways that you can hold it for the fretboard. Now if you're playing scales, or you're playing solos or something like that, I commonly like to go into a halfway position on the thumb on the back of the neck, which that means basically I'm right up here along the frets. And so like if I'm in a pentatonic scale or something like that, I can go. See, and I can keep that thumb right there so I can switch to either position really, really quickly. But if you're going to go ahead and just chunk away on power chords, you can come up here in rock position again, because that'll really help you out. Now, common mistakes that cause tension and discomfort on there and stuff. Number one, like I said, slouching. Don't be a slouch. Just make sure to sit up. Make sure to take breaks, like 15-20 minutes or something like that. Take a stretch break and stuff like that, because that'll help you out. And then also, make sure that you don't go ahead and hold this neck too tight, because like just gripping like the guitar or the wrist position over here for strumming and stuff would be a couple things that'll get you some discomfort and some tension and stuff like that. And so one thing I want to point out with common mistakes on here is I see a lot of people kind of getting up here trying to go ahead and do different things with the neck and just get in a proper position like I showed. Take some time and practice that today, because that'll really help you out. Another thing on there with discomfort too is wrist. Don't lock your wrist in. Don't just like jam it like you're jamming a hammer or something like that. Make sure you rotate your wrist. I talked about this in other videos, and that'll really help you out too. So this one's going to be really, really short and sweet today, but these are some things I want y'all to practice, because even if you've been playing for a while, these little tips might help you to go ahead and grow. So I hope you find some value out of this. Keep your guitar slightly upward too, as I have in my notes on there if you're sitting, because it reduces wrist strain and improves chord transitions. And a comfortable guitarist is a better guitarist, as I said today. So thanks as always for joining. If you didn't check it out, we just launched memberships recently and stuff here on YouTube. You can go ahead and find out more about that above. We've got ones you can get early access to videos and stuff like that, and you can get some additional resources. Also over on charlieguitar.com, I now have some really cool freebies for you guys, so you want to check that out. Thanks so much as always for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff. It's free, helps out me in the channel, and it gives you more guitar videos and stuff too. So thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.